Hello, Brooke and Nat. I have, I think, some answers for you in terms of the question we were working on Thursday night. So the first thing I want to tell you is I found this great website, and so when they say using statistical software, this one is the best one I've found, and it's called Usable, and then it's got like the Sigma stats. Let me see if I can pull this down here. Yeah, there's the title of it. And so in terms of you guys getting to it, this is the URL. Hopefully you can see that. Whoa. There we go. That will get you to it, or you can just search usable stats on your Google search, okay? What I like about it is it actually will do all your calculations for you. So if you put in, like what I did here, I took the numbers from your question and I put in the means and the standard deviations and our n. And when you press submit, it gives you a readout of all of your descriptive statistics for those values. And so I found that helpful because at least it let us double check and make sure that we had the t-value correct. And so we've got unequal variances, so we're looking at this group of stats, right? The 95% confidence interval will match up with what we were given because it was the alpha 0.05. And it gives you three different things here because it doesn't know which one we want. So first of all, it gives us our t-value, and that's the same as the t-value that you had. So that feels good that we got that one right, or you got that one right. So the first thing it gives us is population 1 not equal to population 2. So the translation of that is a two-tailed test, right? So all they want to know is it here or here? They don't care whether it's lower or higher. It's just not equal. There is a difference. And so that's where we see the 0.015 p-value, right? The second one is for population 1 greater than population 2. So that puts it just up here in the right tail. And the third one is for population 1 less than population 2, so that makes it a left-tailed test. So it would appear, if the 0.015 is correct, that from the question that we're working from, they're just asking for a two-tailed test, and they just want to know if there's a difference between the ages, and not whether, like, there's no claim that one is greater than the other, etc. And so the 0.015 p-value comes from here, okay? So if you're having to calculate p-values, at least you know that you can go to this website and you can use the p-values from this website. Now, at least knowing that that was right, I then went back to R. Let me bring up my R printout here. Okay. And I don't know if we had the double brackets in there when we were putting this into R the other night, and I'm wondering if that's what makes the difference. Because I've played around with this all sorts of ways. And so what I've done here is the code that I used is the 2 times the 1 minus pt. Because if it's a two-tailed test, we multiply it by 2 so that it gives us our percentage here and here, okay? And so if I put in the 2.55, because it won't take any more than 2 decimal places, I used a degrees of freedom of 40 because using 19 just didn't work. And so the 40 comes from the 42. I'm taking 1, like subtracting 1 from each group. Then I get 0.0147, which is really, really, really close to what we got on the website of 0.0146, and they had more decimal places than we did. So I feel confident that those two things are the same thing. So I think if you're doing a two-tailed test and you're trying to find the p-value using R, that you want to do the 2 times in front if it's a two-tailed test, and you want to make sure that you've got this set of brackets with the 1 minus the pt, because otherwise it might be doing 2 times 1 minus the p-value of the 2.55 times with the degrees of freedom 40. So it's calculating something different than what we're asking it for. So the double brackets is really important. So that's what I've come up with for that, and I hope that that helps answer some of the questions and the confusion that we had from the other day, because at least now we're matching up with what we think we should be getting, and we're making R behave. So I think that's all positive. So email me if you have any other questions, okay? Thanks.